The Dragon Festival event brings 2 limited edition troops and a new piece of epic hero equipment for your Archer Queen. Your guide for this event is the Dragon Warden, and you can obtain that hero skin in the trader shop, but I will go over my recommendations of what to purchase later in the video. Happy Lunar New Year, Sheaf! It's time to celebrate with the Dragon Festival. Did you know it's tradition to receive lucky red envelopes during Lunar New Year? If these are lucky, then fortune favors the brave. It's time to go out and raid other players to collect your red envelopes. You will find these in multiplayer battles, just like the Mashup Madness and the Clashmas events. Don't forget to collect them from your Dragon Pinata. The more red envelopes you loot, the more dragon medals you collect. So just like those other events, you spend these in the trader shop, and we do have our Dragon Pinata, which provides some red envelopes each day. You can access the event through the Pinata or the Events tab. Welcome to Dragon Festival. Attack multiplayer bases to collect red envelopes, claim rewards including troops, medals, and or use collected dragon medals for even more rewards at the trader. So when you first enter, you will have unlocked your first 100 dragon medals. Much like last time, you can purchase the event pass. If you are purchasing this, remember you can support a creator beforehand by pressing the C. The code expires every 7 days, so you do have to re-enter it. My code is Judo, and it is very much appreciated. By purchasing the pass, you are given 1,000 red envelopes to get you started, and this is enough to unlock your first troop, the Firecracker. But let's go over the rest of the rewards first. Much like the gold pass, you can gem up through the tiers, but the idea is you just attack in multiplayer to gain the red envelopes, and presumably, much like the other events, the amount of red envelopes in multiplayer battles will increase as the event goes on, so you will be able to progress through this faster towards the end. 16,000 red envelopes is required to get to the end of the track, and this is where you can get your Dragon Pinata decoration. If you've purchased the pass, you will also get a baby dragon statue, but to be honest, this is more of a bonus. I feel the rewards are more than worth it for the pass anyways. However, sticking to the free side of things, you will again be able to have a 30% training boost, which will stack on top of your gold pass perks, and that will make farming much quicker during the Dragon Festival. You will also be able to unlock 5,000 shiny ore and 400 glowy ore, which, yes, you will want to claim the frozen arrow from the trader shop, and you will use this to upgrade it. Purchasing the pass also offers an extra 600 glowy ore and 80 starry ore. Remember, you do need starry ore in order to upgrade epic equipment. By getting to the end of the pass, you can have 3,100 dragon medals, which is already enough to claim the frozen arrow. However, the bonus track offers an extra 1,560 medals total. During the Cookie Rumble and Mashup Madness event, creators were allowed to share links for even more of these medals, so keep an eye out on my Twitter or X account as well as Instagram, and I'll be sure to update you if that is the case this time around. Just like last time, the event pass offers an extra 5,000 dragon medals, but my recommendations are the same whether you buy the pass or not. Clearly, the frozen arrow for 3,100 medals is a must. Whilst the event begins at Town Hall 8 and you only unlock the Archer Queen at Town Hall 9, I mean, you're going to upgrade to Town Hall 9, right? And then you will want the frozen arrow. If you do not get it from this event, we have been told that epic equipment will return to the trader shop. However, it will be for gems. Even as a free-to-play player, you will have enough leftover dragon medals for the Lucky Anchor or Crab at Home decorations. They are limited edition, so you may want to get those, but if you really don't care about cosmetics, I would then go with ore. For most players, the glowy ore is where the bottleneck is, so that is, for a lot of people, what you should purchase, but it does depend a little bit on the hero equipment that you've been upgrading. You can obviously take a look at what you need the most. If you're all set with hero equipment though, I would definitely prioritize the time-based magic items. This could be the builder potion and research potion, or obviously any of the books. The main reason for this is you have the training discount during the event, so farming loot will be a lot quicker. Time is what's going to slow your progress, so prioritize those magic items. I haven't mentioned it, but the Dragon Warden hero skin I would only get if you are purchasing the pass or any of the dragon medals that may appear in the shop. I personally get all of the limited edition items, which does include hero skins, but it really just depends how much you're into cosmetics. Before I break down the troops, there's some key differences in obtaining the red envelopes for this event that differ from the previous ones, so I want to make sure you thoroughly understand it. Essentially, the red envelopes are in the Grand Warden altar and the clan castle. The red envelopes are split evenly across the two, 750 in total. As you are taking down the Grand Warden altar, you are gaining envelopes during that time. With the clan castle, you only gain the envelopes once you have fully taken down the building. This means that for Town Hall 8 through 11 players, the red envelopes are only in the clan castle, and you have to completely destroy it in order to gain them. If you are wanting to rush to try and unlock the troops and the frozen arrow as fast as possible, you probably want to drop down in trophies so that you can find clan castles that are very easy to take out. This time around, you will not be able to use just lightning spells because they're ineffective versus the clan castle. Do you want to know why I think they added the Grand Warden altar at Town Hall 11? Because that's when we get sneaky goblins. We could have just sniped off those clan castles all day long. Now to the good stuff. The two troops and the frozen arrow equipment. The first limited edition troop you unlock is the Firecracker at 1,000 points. But my personal favorite is the Azure Dragon at 3,000 points. Just like all limited edition troops, the level is based on your Town Hall level. In this event, it ranges from level 3 at Town Hall 8 all of the way up to level 11 at Town Hall 16. And remember, you cannot donate these troops into the clan castle, so no Firecracker blimp attacks, unfortunately. The Firecracker is a ranged troop, and it deals splash damage through the initial target, acting very much like the scatter shot. It is pushed back slightly when it fires, and you can think of this as an in-between the Super Archer and the Super Wizard. Whilst its hit points are less than both of those troops, its damage per second is in between those, but it also has the added benefit of having a little bit extra range, so it should be protected a little bit more from the defenses, but you will need a tank-style troop in front of it for best success. Depending on the base setup, it might be that multiple of the Firecrackers can splash through some high hit point buildings, such as storages or even the clan castle with those red envelopes inside, in order to take down a heavy defense behind it. In terms of strategy, you can use the Firecracker behind a line of Root Riders moving through the base. If you don't have the Root Riders, Yetis and Earthquake spells suffice, again following the exact same principle, and at lower level, the Firecrackers can be used instead of wizards in a giant and wizard strategy. Essentially, the best use case is spreading out tanks in front in a line so that the Firecrackers can then flush through the base. The Azure Dragon, I feel, will be more popular. Plus, it's the year of the dragon. This is very similar to the Super Dragon, however, the splash moves forward. It has slightly more hit points and a little bit extra DPS, which is good because we want the limited edition troops to be used. However, they won't be as powerful as previous troops, which is good. The Cookie troops ultimately led to just non-stop perfect wars. But this one, you can see straight away, it splashes forward through buildings, and this can reach a building with a 2-tile gap in between. Whilst you might immediately think that this is better than the Super Dragon because it has greater stats and it chains further forward or splashes further forward, it's not necessarily better. There's pros and cons. If we look at them side by side, you can notice that yes, the Azure Dragon splashes forward, but the Super Dragon has a greater splash to the side. Now this helps to keep the super dragons moving through the base in a straight line. The Azure dragons, depending on the layout, can sometimes get caught moving to the outside of the base and not necessarily moving into the core like you want. However, if you can assure that pathing, then it can deal greater damage through the defenses. The other benefit is you don't have to boost up this troop like you would the super dragon, and because of that, you also have room for 2 other super troops. That might be your sneaky goblins to create the funnel and your wall breakers for the heroes. Whereas if you boost the super dragon, you can obviously only take 1 other super troop. Clearly, the other benefit is that Town Hall 8 through 11 players that don't normally get access to super troops can use the Azure dragon, and for those town halls, it really will be powerful. In terms of strategy for this troop, I'll give you an attack that works for most town halls, but you could use it following a queen walk, the super archer blimp, any way that we traditionally use the dragons. But because, like I mentioned, the splash of this troop is aimed forward, I feel a really good way of using it is just the simple king on one side of the base, queen on the other, walking down either flank and making sure that your Azure dragons are moving through the center. Rage and freeze spells tend to be good to supplement this, and again, it depends on the base layout a little bit. You could use the royal champion on either side, maybe even take a couple of supplementary troops for your heroes, and if you do have the healer puppet upgraded for the archer queen, it might be a good piece of equipment to use because she will then spawn 3 healers for a mini queen walk down that side of the base. Speaking of the queen's equipment though, let's run you through the new one, the frozen arrow. As mentioned, you do want to unlock the frozen arrow from the event, and it's pretty straightforward. The passive ability, icy arrows slow down the targets they hit, and it works fantastically, especially for queen charges. Now, the amount of slowdown depends on the level. At Town Hall 9, which is the first time you can use this gear, it will go up to a maximum of level 9, but even compared to level 1, it makes a big difference. You don't have to have this at max level to start using it. As I run you through the mechanics and give you some information on the stats, you'll see a couple of comparisons of varying levels, but essentially every 3 levels that you upgrade, you gain extra percentage to the slowdown effect of the frozen arrow. Obviously, you do want to get this to maximum level, but it might be with your ore management, you're upgrading other bits of equipment as well. Just know that every 3 levels is where you get that jump. You've seen examples there with single target infernos where it cannot beam up to take down the queen. Exactly the same happens with the monolith, expo, even the defending heroes, which is quite funny to see how effective it can be and help the queen in taking out every single one of the other max level heroes on defense. What's amazing about the frozen arrow is that it's not just an active ability. You get it throughout the entire attack since it is passive. The hero boosts, remember, you also get throughout the entire attack, and this provides an added DPS for your archer queen, which is perfect for queen charges and now provides the greatest DPS, which was previously the archer puppet. So now the frozen arrow paired with the invisibility vial will provide so much extra reliability for my queen charges. I know if I shift my focus to the other troops, my queen's not going to get burned through ability because of a single target inferno. Now, yes, in a realistic base, sometimes the clan castle troops might come across and distract your queen so she can't fire at the single target inferno. She has to actually be firing at the defense to slow it down, but all things considered, I would say this is now the best piece of equipment for your archer queen, and I would use this for every queen attack. I hope this video helps you through the Dragon Festival.